All right, good morning, Bulldogs. All right, good morning. All right, so our three objectives today is the first one is for you to solve for missing variable using algebra. So you should be able to learn algebraic manipulation. There will be 5 skills that you will learn under this objective. And the second objective today is to know how to count significant figure, followed by the third objective, which is why is that important? What's the big deal of the idea of significant figure? So let's start with something you probably already know.
Five.
What is this?
Five.
What do you think? How do you know it's 5?
5 plus 3
And then in this case, what is x?
5.
How do you know it's 5?
Because it equals 8. Because it solved the problem.
Yeah. So we know that it's a 5 because you gotta add 5 to 3 to make it an 8, right? That's like a good reasoning. Now let's show it algebraically, right? Using algebra. How do you show that x is 5 using algebra?
Subtract 3 from both sides.
Yes, right. What are we looking for? Are we looking for 3? The plus sign, the x, the equal sign, or the 8? What is the character that we're looking for? X. If we are looking for x, do you want it by itself?
Yes.
But right now, does it have someone else? Okay, so x has someone else in here. And how do you get rid of someone else? I mean this one. Okay, that sounds wrong. Okay, how do you get rid of the 3? Yes, it's a positive 3. How do you get rid of the positive 3? Subtraction. Okay, whenever you're dealing with a positive, to get rid of a positive, you need to negative it. Whenever you're dealing with a negative, to get rid of a negative, you need to,
Negative.
yes, the positive, right? Yeah. So to prove that x equals to 5, you like Samantha said, is you need to get rid of the positive 3 by minusing it 3, and then you do it on the other side, right? Why do we need to put it on the other side too? Like, what's the reason? Like, why? We put this one to get rid of the 3, right? But why do you put a negative 3 on the other side of the equation? Like, what's the reason? Why is it important? So why? Well, it's an equation, right? To keep something, an equation, left side and right side should be the same. Yeah, so if you were to minus 3 on the left side, to keep it equal, right? In other words, in some sense, to keep it balanced, you want to do the same thing that what you did on the left to the right. Okay, what about this one? Like, fast. X equals what?
3.
3. Okay, how do you make x alone?
Subtract 5.
What are we trying to get rid of? This 5. How do you get rid of a positive 5? Negative 5. Okay, negative 5 and then negative 5 on the other one. Alright, so we get the idea that you're just trying to get rid of a positive 5 by subtracting by 5. What about this time?
X equals 5.
Okay, I feel like we get this idea now. What about, wait, one. Oh no, I couldn't. Okay, now it's your turn. I'm gonna give you a handout and go ahead and answer 1 to 2. And can you pass this one?
Pass it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass it down. Pass it down. Pass it down. I got what you said. Pass it down.
Oh, can you give me one?
Pass it down. Pass it down. Yeah, that you know. Then the rest of life?
Yes.
All of it?
Huh?
Keep extras.
Any extra?
And then you change. Yeah, so can I have one? I skip a friend of mine.
Okay.
Because you want to give it 5 plus x equals 3.
Alright, everyone, can you answer 1 to 2?
Sir, how does 5 plus x equals 3? You mean minus?
Okay, so in that statement, I'll show you.
Sure.
Alright, you see here? This is just a plus 5 plus x equals 3. But you have a goal. Right now, does it look right?
No.
Okay.
So we have to
You want
make
x
the
by
x
itself.
into 3. Switch. Oh, no, we take 5,
Mm-hmm.
negative 2.
No, negative 5, negative 5. Because what you do on the left side, you have to do it on the right side. Can you do that? Okay, now,
X is 0 now.
that's correct. Now, x is by itself. Is it by itself?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Write down another one. X equals
3.
3 minus. No.
Oh, 3 then minus.
Yeah, so you're just applying what you wrote here. 3 minus 5. Now, what is 3 minus 5?
Cannot.
You can use calculator actually.
3 minus 5. 3
Yeah.
is smaller than 5, so you can't minus it by 5. Unless
Yes,
you
you
borrow
can.
it from its neighbor.
Yes, you can. It's gonna be a negative.
Oh, yeah.
3 minus 5.
Negative 2.
Okay, for this one, you
Equal.
can use calculator because I don't care about computation. I just want you to know how to do it, the strategy, okay?
So I'll put negative 2 right here.
Oh, you finished it?
I'll put negative equals negative
Yeah.
2.
Ideally 1 to 2, but if you can go further, go ahead, feel free.
2 plus 4, that's 4. So negative 2. Negative 2. X equals 4.
Okay,
Like that.
that's correct. Looks like you know it. This one, how do you get rid of minus?
X minus 3 equals 4. So x is 7.
What's your goal? Guess what? You want to get rid of 5 is a positive. How do you get rid of positive? And then you have to do it increase. And now you have to multiply negative 5. That's what you do. X. 3 minus 5. And then you write here minus 3 minus 4.
It's so weird.
How do you get
It's a black dot. X.
I'll just put out. I was hoping you would last. But yeah. There's more sure we do it. Not yet. Not yet. But also we can do it, but at least the one the first two. All right, so I saw everyone's work. I think we're good with the idea of the plus and minus. Okay, so when you're dealing with a negative, X minus 7, you want x by itself, and you want to get rid of the minus 7. What do? You add 7, right? And when you add 7 here, the 7 turns to nothing, right? And then you do the on the left side, yes. And then negative 5 plus 7 is equals to positive 2. Okay? What about this one? How do you get rid of negative 6? Okay, correct. And then we end up with x what? Okay, correct. Now, I see that most of you, some a good amount have some kind of like trouble with this kind of situation. Earlier, what was our situation? It was positive and negative, right? Addition and subtraction, right? Now we're gonna deal with the multiplication and what's the other partner of multiplication? Division. So right now, what is it? Multiplication or division? Yes, a multiplication. So 3 times x or 3x. You want to get rid of what? That's correct. 3. How do you get rid of a 3 multiple? Divide the 3. Yes. So to make x alone, you want to get rid of the 3 by dividing 3. And then you do on the left side, you do on the right side. And 15 divided by 3, you can use calculator. That's fine as long as you know how to strategize your algebra. That's good to me. Because these are nice number for now, but you know. Yes, that's correct. That's 5. What about this one? How do you solve for x? Divide by 7. Okay. What about this one? You divide by 2. And then you're going to divide 8 by, and you will get
4.
correct. Oh. Now your turn. I'm going to check. You should be able to answer number 5 to 6.
I did 5. Is it correct?
What do you do?
8 times 4 equals 24.
No.
8 times equals 24.
How do you get rid of the 8?
Negative 8.
No.
Oh, dividing.
Divide.
And dividing.
Okay. Can you divide 24 over 8?
It will be negative.
No. Divide.
24 divided by 8. Oh, wait, that'll be 3. X equals 3. Yeah, I'm so smart in math. I should be in algebra 2 or algebra B. X over 3 equals 4. Oh, this is fraction.
Okay, looks like we are clear.
This is fraction.
Okay, on to the last part, which is 7 and 8. Okay, now this is actually a little bit tricky, especially number 8. I think most of you probably got it wrong.
To find the mixed numbers. This is the mixed
0.5.
number, right? This is the mixed number?
Okay. Alright. But first, let's make it easy. What is this box supposed to be? So, I want to address some things that worked and things that didn't work, things that I should have done to increase student learning success. First, I believe what worked during that day was addressing the objectives. And one thing I learned about in MAT program, I forgot what class, but I remember talking about how addressing the objective can increase student learning by about like something around 20% if my memory serves correctly. And I believe that is a huge amount of success. Um, Especially, it's a simple procedure. It's just merely talking about what is the objective, what is the learning objective of the day. It's pretty simple. Anyone can do it, and it yields this much. Then it's really good. Um, However, I'm starting to think that even though I do it, right, I verbally do it, I think I need to do a little bit more. Like, for example, because I'm starting to think that students are just not listening when I say it, because it's been so, I've said it so much, so many times every day, that it's like they don't really consciously hear it anymore. I believe it was working a little bit better at the beginning of the school year, at the earlier part of the school year. It's because it's something fresh for them. Because they see a new face, new teacher, they're like, "Oh, who is this?" And when I address the objective, it's very clear to them. They're actually listening. But at this time, I feel like starting to doze off a little bit when I'm doing this routine. And that's what I realized is I should have made it make the addressing of the objective not just addressing it, but also maybe for them to read it themselves and reflect on it. However, even if I want to do that, the modified bell schedule, I don't think it allows me to do that, because I would run out of time. And I would apply this next year. Next year, I can make a bell ringer about these objectives. So the students, when they come into my class, they immediately have something to do. It's not just busy work, but it's an essential and a helpful exercise for them to understand what they are learning on that day. And I believe, even without research, I believe that that should work, because of course, if you know what if the students, from the students perspective, if they know what they're going to learn, if they know their mission, there should be more success. If they know it um, very clearly, like actually very clearly, not just guessing what they're learning. And another thing I should have done is I should have given a diagnostic, or a pretest, to see where the students at before, I would say, before planning out learning activities, planning out the learning approach. Because I just realized that it's very crucial to know, like, how many of them are comfortable with the math part, how many of them are find it easy, how many of them find it very difficult. I just realized that that's actually kind of very important to know. Just speculating, for example, if half of the students think it's too easy and the other half think it's very difficult, we can approach it as a cooperative learning environment, where we can strategically give them in a cooperative team activity, where the students who are struggling will benefit from the students who find it too hard. If, for example, I did the diagnostic test and find out that most of the students, the vast majority of them, are having a hard time, then we can adjust our approach by providing more practice, more explanation, more activity. See, I think that's where I have made some, um, I would say, costly mistake, because this lesson I had to do it twice. I had to revisit it twice. And speaking of that, that reminds me of um, hearing during MAT program, I learned that it takes about, I believe, 12 times, 12 practice for students to fully master a skill, and that's a lot. And I th- I think that it's far better to move the lesson slower at the cost of them learning it at the mastery level. I believe that it's so much better to teach less as long as they master it. I think that's so much better. Um, I believe that the lesson on that video, I was doing the classic I do, we do, you do format where I show it and then we do it on the board and then I let them do it independently. And again, one of the major mistake I made is my assumption that if I do the I do, we do, you do format approach, it would be a great success. And the I do, we do, you do format, I believe, it is a staple approach because I think it is very efficient and it feels very natural to do that approach because I believe that we've been doing that as the human history. That's how we teach even before education. But of course, I think it's not. It's it can be quite limiting if I just do that. I realize that I need to add a little bit more, add more spice because many students can find the lesson and even that very approach to be dry. And like I talked about earlier, I I think I should have approached it with more learning activity that is actually a strategic planned. I should have strategically planned a learning activity basically. If I saw how the students find my lesson boring, I should have approached it in a more fun way. If students, like I said earlier, that if a good amount of the students gets it and the other half doesn't, then cooperative learning would be amazing there too. Yeah, that's just about it. I would say my reflection on this day, and I learned a lot, and it's very important to look back and find out what works and what doesn't work. Otherwise, I'd be repeating the same thing every year. But then again, I'm not